Greetings Internet, Didier here, and welcome to the second FanZ update video. Super excited for this, guys, because now FanZ is actually underway. We're doing real things, making real accomplishments. Hey, you've been seeing the posts. You've been seeing the information rolling in. So let's get some structure here and have all the information in a nice, concise form that you guys can, take in and watch. If you haven't heard, I started playing new FanZ personalities on my Twitch channel. You can find a link in the comment section below. Please follow my Twitch. I'm going to be doing this much more, not just with the new Frieza level, which this guy is just awesome. And I love what the FanZ designers have done with this, because traditionally Frieza has all been about that level 2. Whether it is the copy Frieza or the golden Frieza, whatever your flavor of Frieza is, you want to get off level 1 as fast as possible, and FanZ designers have just given us to that in a nice little bow on top. You have to banish 7 named cards from your life deck in order to activate that power, but truly this isn't too much of a downside. If you're running the golden Frieza, I just see it as a resource, guys. Like, I almost didn't even notice that the 7 cards were gone out of my life deck, because combat 1 right off the bat you're at 6 with that first rejuvenation, and then every combat after that it's like you slowly work up to just breaking even on that power. The Frieza Supernova decks never wanted to draw Supernova early game anyway. You always want to draw Nova late game or mid game, so this enables that. By taking those out of your deck, you're not going to draw them early game, and you're just going to get really valuable draws. So styles with a extremely powerful card pool, like black style, blue style, just with really strong cards. Those are going to be the styles that you're going to want to play with this Frieza. So, reducing those 7 cards, you're always drawing good stuff. You're always drawing the defensive burst. You're always drawing the blue slashes. So I ended up going 5-3, so I went positive. Pretty good. I faced some meta decks too. I faced some Restored Cells, some Radiant Gohan, some Retribution 13, Android 13. I didn't face any Goku, but who really wants to play Goku at this point anyway? My Ruthless Frieza actually went undefeated, while my Ascension Frieza went unwinning? Anti-win? Something. I don't know. It sucked. The Ruthless deck is super strong. Like, being an F in the first combat, having a physical attack, stage gain. Ruthless Red always craves that stage gain, wants to be on the top brackets, and Frieza gives him that. And likewise, I really fell in love with the Conflict build that I made as well. Defiant Challenge just enables you to put those name cards back into your life deck. Immediately get some value out of that. You have extra name cards with Backstrike, so you're still going to have that fodder in there to fuel your supernovas. And so, of course, there have been some talk on the forums about this guy needing a constant ability because of his level 3. And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't disagree with you. I definitely feel like Frieza deserves to have that level of synergy. And again, the beauty of these virtual cards is that they can change at any time. The designers are still developing them, so we're in the beginning phases, and your feedback is important, so don't stop. Please, continue with the feedback. Positive, negative, whatever the feedback is, we want it. We also have the new FanZ blog, The Deadzone, which revealed extra information about Frieza, that some other cards are coming that may make Frieza a little better, have some nice synergy there. And what cards are coming? Well, I think I'll quote Joey DiCarlo on Dragon Ball Radio and say, I think that a Tag Team Frieza deck is pretty strong, like probably tier 1. So I had a lot of fun playing you guys on stream. It's the first time that I took in people, just anyone who wanted to play, and played them on stream. It was super fun. I'm definitely going to do it again. So, and with these FanZ cards, so definitely join the RNG Facebook group to see. I'll post in there when I need players, when I want to play other players. And likewise, we got more previews coming. The previews are coming. I have seen parts of the set, and I can tell you guys that there are really awesome cards coming. There's just a lot of cool stuff that's on the way. So if you're a fan site and you want previews, if you want to be involved in the pre-release era of this first set, if you want to be involved, comment in the comment section below or send me a personal message, contact me on Facebook. let me know. I'm creating a list of fan sites, and I'm going to send them into the guys. So coming with FanZ's official announcement of the 2 different formats, that is, of course, the Eternal format and then the Open format. The Eternal format right now has a hard limit of 4 proxies per deck, and that includes MP and Mastery. So if you happen to want to proxy, say, Golden Frieza or something like that, that will count. And Open format is, of course, that any number of proxies are allowed. Personally, I prefer the Open format because it welcomes new players in, whereas the Eternal format forces you to have the old cards. You know, we're not at a point where we can segregate our player base. That's just my personal opinion. Ultimately, it's up to your local game base what's going to be going on. I mean, you guys could do your own format too. Like, no one's gonna force you into doing something specific with this game. We really just want you guys to play. So as long as you're playing and having fun, that's what's most important. But of course, this brings up a lot of questions about the what's going to be official in terms of the allowable proxies in FanZ, maybe larger events, regionals, world championship level. So first and foremost, you're not going to be able to have any custom art on the proxies. No, you know, like Harambe MP, no turning Cell Juniors into Cybermen or something like that. You can't do anything weird like that. You want to keep the original card intact, keep the original text intact. Now, you can change the text. If a CRD update happened that clarified some text or changed some wording, you can include that if you wish on your proxies, but that is as far of an alteration as you can make. You can't alter the symbols, the Panini symbols. Don't make your own symbols to have like a custom art MP symbol. Don't do that either. We need to make sure that we're giving Panini credit for the game that they made. So you can make custom foils if you wish. They don't have to be the same foil pattern as, you know, as they were in Panini. Feel free to use any foils that you want. Use Pokemon cards if they're cheap. Use some Magic foils. I don't know what's cheap right now, but use whatever. I think when I used to do proxies, I remember Pokemon cards being really good. Like they're great foils. They're cheap, and they de-ink really easily, so I would recommend them. But of course, make sure that if you're creating these foil proxies, make sure they don't stand out in your deck. So they're not like marking cards. That would be the biggest thing I would look out for. And ultimately, it's the judge's discretion what's marking cards. So if you get a deck check and he can see the foil like just sticking out from your deck, you may get disqualified from an event for that. So be careful. And overall, just no handwritten proxies. So no like writing some cards down. You know, oh, this is I'll dig your grave, and then just throwing a piece of paper in your deck. None of that. They need to be readable cards. You don't want to have to call someone over to pull up a card on their phone while you're playing a game. They need to be readable cards, you know, with the original text, original picture that are identifiable by both players. And that's really the goal here with the proxies. It's just to enable new players and everyone to play what they want to play now that the game that we love has died. So I have another announcement for you guys to make, and that the devs and I are going to be rolling out a podcast, a FanZ podcast, called the Deadzone Podcast. So we got the Deadzone blog. Hey, check out in the comment section below for that link to the Deadzone blog. But also, coming up, we're going to have a Deadzone podcast where we got the likes of personalities, glowing personalities, like David Fashbinder, Joey DiCarlo, myself, Phil McGrath. Who knows what craziness will ensue on this podcast. We may just go over random stuff, what we're playing, what we like to play, what MPs we're really feeling from the new set, or we may give some extra information, who knows. But I figured we're going to do this podcast about once a month, and probably the first podcast will be about 2 weeks before the release of the Celestial Tournament set, so be looking out for that and get real hyped for the release of this set. And also, so we got that podcast coming out 2 weeks before. Well, what are we going to do for the release of this set? Let me tell you what RNG is going to do, and I'm super hyped about this. You guys remember my 24-hour live stream? Well, I still feel that today. I'm a little bit upset about how that was rolled out and how it was executed. We had about a good 8-hour span there, or 6-hour span, where it just was no no one was manning the stream. I was asleep and drunk and sick. But I know I can do better. I know I can do better for myself. I know I can do better for you guys. So we're going to do it again, and we're going to do it 10 million, over 9,000 times better than what we did before. And that is going to be the celebration of the first FanZ set. So either the day or, the next week or the week after this FanZ set comes out, we're going to be doing a 24-hour live stream on RNG. I'm going to have tons of people over. It's going to be a big FanZ party. We're going to be making decks. We're going to be playing all night and talking about all the different possibilities of the new MPs and everything. So stay tuned for more details on that, guys. I'm super excited about doing that. So, I promise you I'm not going to do what I did last time again. But other than that, guys, that's all the updates that I have for you. You got the proxy information, the different formats, the new blog, the new podcast, the 24-hour live stream coming, and of course, my streaming of new MPs and new things to come. Super excited. So that's all I got until next time, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section below for any FanZ feedback or feedback of this video, what information you want from me. Please don't hesitate to hit that like button if you like this video. And as always, turn your dial to Random Number Gaming for your premier source for all information related to the Dragon Ball Z card game.